The Boston Celtics are 3 wins away from the title. They end up blowing out the Mavericks after a little hiccup there earlier in the game. But Jake Eisenberg, Wayne Spooney alongside me, guys. The vibes are high. How we doing?
Buddy.
Holy shit.
3 more.
Three more.
What a fucking game.
More.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how you draw it up. That's how you draw it up is come out and...
Yeah.
You all right, Jake? We can hear you.
So I
just glitched.
He's like,
too
I
excited.
can't believe we're only 3 wins away from the title.
I had the stream playing on YouTube and my own voice came into my ears. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, it's the finals. Crazy shit happens. Spoony,
let's go.
Dude, I just like, me and Ben were talking before we jumped on, is like the sphincter clenching when it got to 8, and then the burst of excitement and relief when the Celtics were just like, actually, we're not fucking losing this game. And I will tell you, every other Jays era Celtics team lets that get to a tie game. And maybe they win, maybe they don't. Not this goddamn version. They went and blew their asses out for the rest of the game, dude. I fucking love this team.
Dude, they kind of blew them out twice in that, building that lead, right. Losing it, and then building it again. The first one, it was maybe the most exciting of the 2 leads because Kristaps Porzingis checks into the fucking game. Latvian fucking Moses just goes ape shit, kills him, posting up, hitting threes, blocking shit at the rim, doing everything we could have possibly hoped for. Like, Jake, how did the Porzingis performance in this game fare up according to your expectations?
I mean, coming in, I was like, I'm pretty confident that the body is going to be okay. What's it going to be from a rust, touch, feel, confidence perspective? And it was Latvian Moses, the Bear Slayer, the King, has returned.
Yeah.
I've been saying, hey, look, Al Horford's been great. You know what? Kristaps Porzingis, slightly better than Luke Cornett. And we kind of saw it tonight, man. He went like both ends. On one end, deep, hitting the deep threes, transition, posting up. And then the defense, man, that was probably the biggest question I had. He's an offensive, flamethrower at times, but is he going to be able to hold up defensively? He was pretty solid on a couple of switches. He hit that insane rejection on Josh Green in transition. I'm not sure what the fuck Josh Green thought he was doing, trying to throw that thing down. That was insane. Right. Perfect, man. We got the news right before the game started. Joe Mazzulla still unsure. Wait until the last possible second to decide who is going to be starting in the starting lineup. True or not true, who knows? But I floated it in the Discord. Everybody yelled at me. This is right. I know ball. Jake knows ball every once in a while. Here we go.
Real quick, X3, thank you for the donation.
Oh, legend.
And can I just take a bow? The one man who was saying we should boo the fuck out of Kyrie. It worked, all right? It worked.
Wow.
He knows ball as well, apparently.
That's right. Yes. I know hate. That's what it is. But KP was incredible. But I think Jaylen Brown, this might have been the best game of his career. He was so incredibly good on defense, and his offense was basically just as good. Like, how many times do you see somebody just pick Luka Doncic's pocket in the backcourt? And JB almost did it 3 times, did do it once. He was absolutely incredible, and it just felt like when we needed him, it was like, oh, there's Jaylen Brown to the rim. And then he put the he ended that game with that third quarter, just like Derrick White comes over, it might have been Pritchard. Somebody comes over to set a screen for him, and both of the defenders like go to drop, and he just pulls up from like 28 feet and buries it. Like, JB was incredible, man. Incredible.
Dude.
6 stocks as well, and like blocking folks at the rim. He had the Luka assignment, I feel like, for the majority of at least the first half, and was incredible. And really, he had that sort of leadership vibe about him as well. It felt like 100%. He was setting the tone, setting the standard across the whole team. And, we've seen, obviously really good defensive plays from Jaylen Brown throughout the regular season. He barely missed out on all defense and all NBA. But in this game, defensive fucking masterclass. I cannot believe how incredible. It's definitely the case that Porzingis comes back. You get that cookies and cream J-Labs Porzingis enhancement, and it's just pumping through Jaylen Brown's fucking veins, man. It was awesome, Jake.
So much cream. So much cream. Lots of cookies, but a lot of cream.
I'm so glad you guys can't see off camera here. There's cream everywhere. Randy Marsh, ectoplasm in this room.
So
my
much cream.
underpants are stiff as hell. But shit, my mom's watching.
Jesus.
And what's crazy about this game, Jaylen Brown, incredible game, right? 7 for 12. 12 field goal attempts. That's nothing. He ends up with 22 points. 6 for 11 from a free throw line. He was just relentless. He's the guy coming to the series that I was like, I know he's going to have the necessary mindset. I know he's going to bring. shout out to his mom. He's going to bring the necessary mindset. He's going to lead us into the abyss, and he's going to lead us out as well. And for that to happen today, Oz Celtics fan, you legend, Porzingis is God. Absolutely. He was, to see Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis doing what they did today. Jaylen Brown, man, the block at the rim on Derrick Jones Jr., the help defense from
Kyrie, dude. Oh.
Come on. Dude, Kyrie, 11 straight L's to the Boston Celtics, 6 for 19, 3 turnovers, team worst, minus 19. We love to see that, but keep booing him. Keep booing him.
Yeah. So we're going to stay live here for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll hop off and the Garden Report guys will come on over at the CLNS YouTube channels. And then Jake and I will be back a little bit later tonight with Celtics Late Night. And we're going to keep this format rolling throughout the entire final series. And hopefully if things keep going this way, well into July and August as well, to be honest. But Jake, where do you want to go next with this? Because I feel like we should talk defensively. Like you hold the Mavs, who have been solid offensively, obviously, to get to the finals through the Western Conference there. 89 points. You held them to 20 points in the first quarter. It was roughly about 20 in the second quarter as well. Really a defensive masterclass for the Celtics. What do you think was the catalyst for that?
Everything that we talked about was the way that they tried to execute the game plan. It was try and take Luka take a bunch of tough shots. Try and make Kyrie take a bunch of tough shots. Can you force... Thanks, Mom. Shout out. Yeah. Fams in the chat here.
I got to get my mom in the chat.
Where are the tips from the parents? No, I'm just kidding. Jaylen, but the defense in particular, everything that we talked about from an X's and O's standpoint was what they tried to execute. PJ Washington, where were the threes that he was taking? All above the break. Derrick Jones Jr., all above the break. You look at the box score of the Dallas Mavericks, the number one priority above all was cut the lobs off. That is I've seen, Kirk Henderson of the Mavs Moneyball say the lobs for the Mavericks are like 3-pointers for the Warriors from Steph Curry, in that it's this momentum. It's this soul-crushing feeling where that's what gets them rolling. Derek Lively had one field goal attempt. That is insane. So that priority number one completely cut their superpower away. They benched both their bigs in the first half. Their entire identity that they built this entire run off, this entire playoff run between these two bigs, 24 minutes of elite rim protection, toasted in the toilet in the first half of game one.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely incredible. We conceded a few Luka layups just to take the lob away, and I'm totally fine with that. And, I wasn't sure how much we just stick to drop. We really didn't. We did at times, and I felt like the guys did a really good job of reading it. If it's a heavy, good screen, switch it. If it's not, let them get over, play drop. And they just read every pick and roll basically perfect, which is what you have to do against Luka Doncic. And the worst thing you can do is concede the lobs to Luka and concede the corner threes to Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington. We gave up. They took 3 corner threes all game, and one was Kyrie, total brick. One was Luka, total brick, because they don't shoot corner threes. We had them so discombobulated offensively. The wrong fucking guys got their 3 corner threes. So it was a defensive masterclass, an incredible game plan from Joe Mazzulla, who kind of coached circles around Jason Kidd, even when they adjusted and went to Kleber. I think it did take us a little while to kind of get in our head, they're switching everything. Okay, so let's just get the ball to Tatum with a good matchup. And I thought, or Jaylen, who also did an incredible job, just attack the matchup, get downhill, make the right play, and they absolutely did. But what a friggin' defense. Tatum had 5 times the assists of Luka Doncic.
Yeah, that's
I know.
Yeah. We also made Derek Lively look like a rookie in this game for the first time all playoffs, I thought, where early in the third quarter, he was really troubling Kristaps Porzingis, and that sort of was the initial jumping off point for their run and their shutting our offense down, I thought. And then we just started racking up fouls on the guy. He probably got a few tough calls, but I feel like that's one example of where our finals experience kind of toppled the Mavs a little bit. We kind of got in Derek Lively's head, and he racked up those fouls super quickly and ended up going to the bench with 5 of them towards the end. And then it's Gafford, and then it's just so much less defensively the Mavs can throw at us with Lively and trouble there. So that was really good. I want to get to Tatum as well. Let's get to the other Derek first. Derrick White. Quickly, while you're here, we've got a bunch of you here. Please hit that like button. That's huge for our channel. If you can hit that like button, click subscribe as well. But I'm not going to waste too much time on that. Let's get to the other Derek. Jake, I got to throw to you here. Your mistress, Derrick White.
Guy.
This was nice to see the old Derek come back a little bit, hit some timely threes early. That's what the defense on the Mavs side was giving up. Derrick White did not pass up those opportunities. He converted. The defense had to adjust accordingly, and then it was kind of buckets all around from that point on. So great performance from Derrick White.
This is a Celtics basketball win. This is what this thing is, man. 11 field goal attempts for Derek. He was just clean all night. He battled defensively, made some really key late when it was like the game was pretty much over, but we were still like nervy. It was around like 17 minutes to go, around 8 minutes to go. Pritchard ends up on Luka Doncic, who, by the way, did an incredible job defensively, despite going 0 for 7 in this game. Pritchard, but Luka has him. Derek just quick double as soon as Luka turns his head, gets a steal, goes back down the other way, and finishes the transition layup with Derek Jones Jr. on his back. And that was it. And that's the Derek White experience. And that was what we needed. And for him to come in 5 for 11, 3 for 8 from 3, 5 assists, man, this is across the board. Like, this is like, you look at this is such a beautiful box score, man. Minutes down. Like, Jaylen Brown plays 37 minutes. Al Horford stays below 30. Kristaps plays 20. Like, this is perfect. Overall turnovers, 12. 6 of those belong to Jason Tatum. Your assisted turnovers are fantastic. You win the rebounding battle. This was across the board domination. Everybody bought in from the jump, making the plays that need to be made.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the Mavs' answers are, really. It felt like Jason Kidd started to go deep into his bench trying to figure something out. He went to Kleber, you're right, Jake, so early. Like, completely undermining everything that got them to the finals. And they're like, okay, we're playing switch everything with Maxi Kleber. Maybe we'll try switch everything with Derek Lively. Oh, shit, we're getting blown out by 20 in the fourth quarter. And then he went to THJ, who has, like, not sniffed legitimate minutes for at least a series and a half. That's when you know he's grasping at straws, because this Celtics team, the way the Mavs play defense is they just guard the paint, concede corner threes. And this Celtics team, they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, you're going to let us shoot wide open corner threes? Don't mind if I do. Got him out of that. And then it's like, you're going to let Kyrie switch on to Porzingis? You're going to let Green switch on to Porzingis? Like, we'll just go to that. And every time they adjusted, we had an answer. And I think that's really how this series is going to play out, honestly. Like, we're just impossible to guard, frankly. And, like, that's not even like Pritchard had some wide open threes he could have made, you know? Like, Tatum didn't, like, really get going at all. I thought he played well in the context of the game, but he could have gone crazy.
If he can get a fucking foul call, he's going to be good to go. The whistle he got tonight was insane. He finally got to the line late in the game. But yeah, they're switching so much. Him and Jaylen, you just beat the man. They're going to have to help, and you make the easy pass over and over and over again. And that was going to be the question coming into the series. The Mavericks defense has been really good. We admit that. Can they guard the Jays? Can they guard both of these guys with the spacing the Celtics have in a way that the Timberwolves and the Thunder do not? And they today could not. And they went away from it a little bit in that third quarter where you because they're good enough to like contain, like if you just drive, they can kind of get a shoulder or a part of your body on you. Can you just take one more dribble, believe that you're going to get through them, and just like, it's a classic case of just believing in yourself.
Yeah. It was.
Boom.
Oh, my God.
Shout out,
Metano.
66. Let's go.
insanely generous. Thank you so much. That's going to go straight to the Vegas fund when we're over there for Summer League. Thank you so
All
much.
on red.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. As soon as we walk in, it felt like it was hard initially for the Jays to turn the corner on those drives. Like you mentioned that, Jake. They were getting a shoulder onto our drivers, particularly the Jays. And as the game went on, yeah, they made that extra dribble. They explored that entry point into the paint a little further, and then the defense has to collapse, and then things really opened up. And on those switches, man, like if KP is getting the advantage on those switches, like it was so good to see us just throw the ball down to him early and let him cook. And the fact that like he did not need to warm up, like those shots were going down immediately. He got to the line early. It was so good to see. The Garden Report has gone live, so we do have to hop off. Like I said, we are going to be back on a little bit later, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss that. Spoonie, Jake, any final thoughts before we go?
Shout out to PP. I thought he didn't make a goddamn shot, but damn, I thought he just like fought really hard and did a good job. And Hauser made some shots. Let's go.
Hauser, man. Hauser's back.
Let's go.
Jake?
3 more. Keep it rolling.
3 more. 3 more. All right, folks. We'll see you in a couple of hours. 3 more wins for the Celtics. Spoonie, Jake, love your work, guys. Until next time, go the Celtics.
I love the Celtics!